And we continue learning Kitzur Yomi. Will be concluding the halachas of Kriyas HaTorah. Siman Chav Gimel, we pick it up from Sif Chav Gimel, Lim Karu Lechad. If they read for one Aliyah, Rakshan Eip Sukim, Uberich Bracha Achrayna. So now you really messed up. Sarich Lachzar Velikrais. You have to go back and say another pasuk. Vivarich Bracha Levaneo Ulachreo. Now, note 87 points out very importantly that Ramosha does not necessarily agree that if you did not yet say the final bracha, even if you closed, then, no, incorrect. The Mishnah Brura says, let's say you closed it and you didn't say the bracha, open it up and finish reading. Ramosha over here is not so happy. Ayin sham. V'kivin bracha lefanel achra. V'kivin shel acher bracha achrayna. After bracha achrayna v'yaseh chadas al kain sarach lahaschel gam baruchu v'yikaru shnei psukim shekar tchila and then void pasuk echanimai v'imkar zeis b'shlishi. This was the third aliyah. V'ashneim shelafanim kari rak gimel gimel tzarich likros like shnei psukim because you have to get sheyehu kulam arbav psukim, so you have to get the requisite 10 psukim. V'imkara zeis b'kayin v'zam b'kayin shekar rak shnei psukim u'b'kvar kar achrav Levi. Now the Levi's already there, so you can't go back now. So what do you do now? V'nizkar acher kach azay din kenu. Let's say the Levi didn't get to say the first bracha of Avsham Baruch Hu Lavi Eschos bracha, as we've already seen. This is a mess. The kain goes back. The Levi continues afterwards. But I'm like and really what we have to remember is Baruch Hu Hashem HaMavarach is not called starting. That's what we keep on seeing again and again. I'm like Birach HaLevi. The Levi already said the bracha. Zikru im HaLevi. Then they should read together with the Levi Makash HaPasuk HaKayin from the place where the Kayin stops. Shemikru LeLevi Mashekar Yikru LeKayin. Because if they read for the Levi the place that they read for the Kayin, Yapagam the Kayin looks bad for the Kayanim. Mashem Hasham. Ki Amru Shalevi Yischlikros Matayra. Vachra Levi Yikru Shnei Yisraelim. Then they give 2 Yisraelim. Again, I myself lost my train of thought. One more time. So if the Levi, you read 2 psukim for the Kayin, and the Levi already said the bracha. So what do you do right now? Az Yikru Ema Levi, they read with the Levi, Makash HaPasuk HaKayin, which is the third pasuk. Why? Because if they're going to call up Shemikru Levi, if they're going to reread what the Kayin read, they're going to think that there's something wrong with the Kayin. And then after Alevi Yiku Shnei Yisraelim, so you're going to have 4 Aliyahs that day, Sheish Kruim, so there's going to be 3 appropriate Aliyahs. There's 4 Aliyahs, but the first one is messed up, so you have 3 left. Kivan Shalakar actually psukim. V'mkarakim believe that Ben Alevi Shalakar actually psukim. V'yishal Akvar Pirich, and the Yisrael afterwards already made the bracha Yikru Yisrael. They treat for the Yisrael Al Shnei Psukim Shakar Levi. The 2 psukim that were read by the Levi, they go back. Void pasuk echad. So meaning if it's a Levi, it's different than the Yisrael. If it's a Levi, then you don't go back. If it's Yisrael, then you go back. Yisrael, Ilu Shem Sing Shakar Levi. Void pasuk echad. V'ikru Oid Yisrael echad. They should also call another Yisrael, a Tashlim Shosha Kurim, in order to finish the 3 Kurim. Bimloya Kain B'Beisekin Asas. And if what? One more time, Loya Kain B'Beisekin Asas. Yikari Yisrael B'Mkaimai, and they called the Yisrael in his place. V'ira Kain Shekru Ella Loy Ella Shnei Psukim. Now what do you do? Allah Shekar Yisrael Sheni. Ubeirich, Azayis Sheni, Betzchilas Hasidra, he goes all the way back. We saw Rishon Yamtin, Mikrach, and then he goes after him. Vachrav Yikru Oid Yisrael. I apologize if that ringing got onto the camera. Sivchav Dalid, Katan, Aliyah, HaKairi, the Katan should not be the Balkairi, Vigam, Ino Illa Taira, as we will see. He opens the Torah sheet. There should be 3 amudim open, and he shows it to his right and to his left. Because everyone has a mitzvah to do what? Le'arois esaiksav. V'imrim, what does everyone say? Zois ha'Torah. But girliness a sefer. We then roll up the Sefer Torah. Mitzvah l'galoi, it's a mitzvah to roll it. She has sefer be'emsa shtei galilois. A tefer, you want the seam to be in the middle. V'yigalo, they roll it up. Achi a tefer, a samach be'emsa in the middle. But tefer shalfanav uses samach. The previous seam is close, you go l'sham. If tefer achav uses some, you go l'sham. So if you don't want to roll it so much. Mishum kavet Sefer Torah, you want to close it up appropriately. Seif chav va v'cholei shegar b'Torah imrim achati kadish levan mi mincha b'shav ze mincha b'tainis. You don't say chatzi kaddish. Why not? Just say chalitkat shem levnei tefillah shmoneh esrei, because you're going to say a kaddish. You have to put away the Torah before shmoneh esrei. P'shein v'chamishim Monday and Thursday. Amar sheich si v'lachar agbaz ha'Torah yiler ratzay nusvichan atzi v'lishmaya. You have to hear it. Lanas amin kishein amar tachnon ein amim yiratzin. You only say when there is tachnon. When there's no tachnon, you don't say the yiratzins. Achar kach sivchav ches v'chnis sefer Torah l'arnei kodesh. Note 108 points out that Nusach Sfard, of course, waits until after Asher V'Altzion and Kaddish. O mitzvah, if you remember, when the Sefer Torah came out, we said it's a mitzvah to escort it. Now it's a mitzvah nachamo when it goes past by you. Every person should escort. But Makom Shei Sefer Torah, in a place there's no Sefer Torah, says the Kitzur, one person should read from the Chumash aloud. Torah's kriya. You should not forget kriyas HaTorah. Now says, it's a reminder, says the Kitzur, that there was kriyas HaTorah. Whether this is a chiyuv, whether this is just a nice thing to do, is not such a simple detail. And during COVID, this was definitely relevant. Places that had to make minyanim, this and that. Asar shemisbalim. And again, just this is talking about not that you're down to be a chid, it's talking about you have a minyan, just no Torah. Asar shemisbalim ve'elam sefer Torah leikrais. The Sefer Torah to read from in Mavim Lem Sefer Torah l'Tzarech HaKriya. Now this is a very important halacha. People think, okay, what's the big deal? Just bring over a Torah. Says the Kitzur. No, it's disrespectful for a Torah just to be brought for Kriyas HaTorah. You go to the Torah. Don't bring the Torah to you. If you're in jail, you see how far this goes. However, if they prepare Yomi a day or two in advance, and this is the heter. If you build an Torah, then mutter, because then it doesn't mean that you're just bringing it stam. That means that you're bringing it into a chashva matziv. Note 117 points out that the Mishnah Berurah says that the time period does not necessarily have to be a day or two, but the point is that you have a aron kodesh. You can bring a sefer Torah. Kamsach kriya levad v'yish aimrim. Tadam chashev afilu eina chayla ulchayla afilu eina adam chashev. Motor. Some say a chayla is a unique heter. V'yish lahakal parshas Shabbos, parshas Zachar, parshas Para. Neishish aimrim shehein d'araisa. So it is important. The Kitzur over here has a unique kula of having an aron. This is something which is certainly a debated point from the Mishnah Berurah. It might not be as simple, but again, note 117 does quote the Mishnah Berurah in Kuf Lamed Hey Mem Tes that if he brings it to a designated place that he needs to read it from, and he places it there, and he puts it back there afterwards, then it's going to be fine. And again, at least we should realize that when you travel, you don't just bring a Sefer Torah to and fro. And if there is a case that you would, make sure it's done by Ifin Bechubad. We'll pick it up for the next simon in the next year. And Mirza Hashem.